Munataka kurudi kwa moto ama munataka kuokoka? Munataka kuokoka? Njia ya kuokoka ni baba. Nawaambia.
All right, so today we're diving into some pretty heavy stuff. Kenyan politics.
Yeah, definitely a complex landscape.
We've gotten a lot of requests from listeners who want to understand the concerns around William Ruto since he became president.
Right, the transition from Uhuru Kenyatta's era hasn't been exactly smooth sailing.
Not at all. So we're looking at this article. It's from, I think it was name of source publication, if known. It really gets into the thick of it.
Oh, I think I saw that one. It was pretty hard-hitting.
No kidding. And they didn't hold back on either Kenyatta or Ruto. Accusations flying everywhere. It's a lot to unpack.
It is, and it's important to remember that these aren't just abstract political debates. They have real-world consequences for Kenyans.
Absolutely. So the article jumps right in, talking about how Kenyatta actively campaigned against Ruto in the election, even though they were in the same party.
Yeah, that was a huge deal.
You don't see that every day. I mean, to have your own predecessor trying to block your path, it's got to make you wonder what's going on behind the scenes.
You have to imagine Kenyatta had some serious reservations about Ruto. In Kenya, party loyalty runs deep.
So to break with that tradition so publicly, it's a big statement.
It really is. It suggests that he saw something, some fundamental flaw in Ruto that made him question his ability to lead.
Okay, so the article quotes a political analyst, Mr. and Dan, who says that Ruto's, quote, genius is a double-edged sword capable of either saving Kenya or destroying it.
Right. That's a powerful image, isn't it? The double-edged sword.
It really is. So what's he getting at there? What makes Ruto so potentially dangerous?
Well, you have to understand, Ruto is a very charismatic figure. He connects with people on a personal level, and he's clearly intelligent.
He's managed to climb the ranks of Kenyan politics.
Exactly. And he's done it by appealing to a broad base. He's got this ability to inspire, to make people believe that he can bring about real change. That's one edge of the sword.
And the other edge?
Well, the article goes on to detail some pretty serious allegations of corruption against Ruto.
Right. There's that whole issue of government funds being misused, potentially lining the pockets of Ruto and his allies.
And that's the other edge of the sword. The fear is that his ambition, his drive for power, will come at a cost.
And the cost being the well-being of ordinary Kenyans.
Exactly. People are already struggling with the rising cost of living, feeling like the system is rigged against them.
And these accusations of corruption just feed into that sense of frustration. It's like, are things ever going to change?
That's the big question, and it's something that a lot of Kenyans are grappling with right now.
But, I mean, the article doesn't exactly let Kenyatta off the hook either, does it?
No, it doesn't.
There's the whole thing about businesses closing under his leadership, accusations of corruption in his administration as well. It almost makes you wonder, are we just trading one set of problems for another?
I think that's a concern that a lot of people have. This article really highlights this deep mistrust of political leadership in general. It's like, is anyone in it for the right reasons? Are they all just looking out for themselves?
It's a tough cycle to break out of.
It is, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't try. The article ends on this note of urging Kenyans to, rise above tribal politics and choose leaders based on integrity.
Yeah, choose the person, not the party. That feels like a message that resonates beyond just Kenya, you know?
Oh, absolutely. It's something we're seeing all over the world right now, this deep desire for ethical leadership, for leaders who are actually going to serve the people, not just themselves.
But in Kenya, it takes on a whole other dimension, right?
Exactly. Because tribal allegiances have often been such a powerful force in their elections.
So it's not just about choosing the right leader, it's about choosing the right system almost.
Yeah, and it's about moving past those divisions, building a future where everyone feels like they have a stake in society.
All right, so we've got accusations, anxieties, hopes for a better future. It's a lot. What's your main takeaway from all of this?
I think it's clear there is a real hunger for change in Kenya. People want to believe that things can get better. Whether Ruto's the one to deliver that change, well, that remains to be seen.
He's definitely got his work cut out for him. And we'll be watching closely to see what happens next.
I think we all will be.
And for our listeners, if you were a Kenyan citizen right now, where would you put your trust?
It's a tough question. One that I'm glad I don't have to answer.
Me too. But it is something to think about. The future of a nation often hinges on these kinds of tough choices. And on that note,
We'll leave you to ponder.
until next time.
The Kenyan Politrix. Follow us on YouTube and TikTok for more undisputed facts.